So, thank you. Thank you. Dean, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for asking us along today. It is very special, and I knew it was special even before the Dean started explaining, and I hope he'll tell us more a bit later. There are lots of us who know the phrase, the statement, God is beauty. And I hadn't known to whom it was attributed until recently, but it's a statement that makes one think quite a bit in lots of different directions. But it was, when I came across it the other day, it is a clear link in my mind between the spiritual and what you're creating here in the gardens. And then I found out that it was attributed to St. Francis of Assisi, and no one will argue with him, so that was all so we stick with that. And I think all gardens require a lot of hard work, but gardens facing a westerly wind off the Irish Sea require even more work than most. Because we know there are salt-loving plants, and we know that there are a lot of plants that are very tender, and you'll have a bit of both. I hope you've got a few salt-loving plants. I hope you will certainly have some tender plants, and that is the key is to look after the latter, because the former will look after themselves. And some of those salt-loving plants gardeners like, and they call them important plants, like escallonia, and we know it and everywhere as a salt-loving plant, but it's a good one. Others are much less popular, so they're called weeds. And that's Alexander's, creeping along the coast here. But it is all hard work, and someone came up with quite a good aphorism, I think, when they said, all good gardens require a lot of water, mostly perspiration. But there is a reward. This is the last thing I'm going to say. There is a reward for all gardeners, is that if you take census lists, which have to give people's ages, and you put them side by side by what those jobs that people do, the people who come out with the greatest longevity, the longest life, are always, in any country, the gardeners. On which note, and I'm not going to give you any reference so that you can cross-check that. We have to take it on trust. And on which note, my wife and I are going to cut the ribbon, and then you can go and get dry again.
Actually, if you do it almost from there, that point there, we can all look at the tower, at the top of the tower, and wave to the...
Okay.
Okay.
Wave up to the photographer.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wow.